Hello, everybody, my story lovers. I like to talk while I walk. It's actually one of the times that I am most in touch with what my thoughts are, or can kind of wrap my thoughts around them. At least I tell myself that. So you might see some of these Dear Dr. Natalie, WTF, I'm lost AF, on my walks, like these answers, but I'm gonna hop on, kind of explain, because I know that none of us have the time to read a 12-page blog. So I'll probably write around some of this, but then explain the rest of it. So today's question, really the actual question is, how do I put myself first? How do I get over the programming and conditioning of this world that tells me that that's breaking a rule, that I'm a mom and I have a job and I have all these responsibilities to different things, and so it is irresponsible, it is selfish, all this negativity around putting myself first. But really that's what the question is. It's wrapped in some other things, but we know at a guttural level that we're supposed to be staying in our intuition more. We know somewhere inside here there is whispers that are telling us what we really need, but we're ignoring them or putting them at the end of our to-do list because of all of that other stuff that I talked about. It's hard. It's really hard to push against culture and family, religion, all the things that give us these ideas that it's somehow selfish or wrong for us to put ourselves first. The truth of the matter is this, though. Most of our suffering comes from trying to be a version of ourselves that other people have told us that we need to be. Most of our suffering comes from there. And a large part of that is that we participate in it ourselves, right? We don't give ourselves enough time and space, enough self-care. We don't even know what self-care is. We think it's getting our nails done. It's not what it is. It's a whole mindset shift. But we are so we believe the rules. We believe truly in our souls it is selfish to put ourselves first because we've been told that for so long that we are a participant in our own suffering. And this is really the first piece that I try to help people break loose. The first two courses, my masterclass, if you're not part of the Take Back Your Life masterclass group on Facebook, please join. It's free to you. And the masterclass is on self-awareness and self-compassion, essential. Because compassionate self-awareness is the ability to notice where I am participating in my suffering, but not be mad at myself about it. Understand I'm human, understand the context of what I've been taught. Of course I would believe this. Let go or let that pass and start making self-empowered choices about what's really best for me. And in so doing, be making decisions about what's best for all those roles I just talked about. I mean, if you're burned out, what kind of mom are you? Right? If you're burned out, what's your work like? Are you hanging with your friends? Are you seeing them? What's the volunteering like? It's all harmed when we're harmed because we have to preserve this vessel. We have to. So my answer to this is that there has to be some systematic peeling away of the layers of how much we participate in our own suffering by trying to be a version of ourselves that we think others want us to be. Okay? And then starting to listen to that inner voice and follow what we know to be true. Now, if you're struggling with that, I have all those courses. Please join my Take Back Your Life masterclass group where for free I'm giving away free coaching just like this. Because I really know that women in midlife in particular are poised at this position where if we were living in collectiveless societies, in our tribes, This is where our wisdom starts to come into fruition. We start to help all of our tribe by imparting that wisdom. But because of the social conditioning that we've been under, we're not doing that in any kind of systematic way. My hope is to start to generate that for all of us, really. So you have to start peeling away those layers. But you start by just being kind and understanding towards yourself as you start to become more self-aware of what you're doing that participates in it. Where are you buying into these rules? Where are you doing the heavy lifting of pushing yourself into that position where you feel like you can't take care of yourself? Okay? That's where we start. You cannot change what you do not know. All right. Stay compassionately self-aware, and you too can learn to love your story.